Okay, let's see what we've got. I'll be just starting my game up in a moment. I'm just waiting for ABG advert. Okay, so let's start the game. As you can see, it's a completely blank screen. So we'll start the game. And today we are going into single player tonight, not multiplayer. It's not my usual Saturday night TMP stream. I'm going to do some single player with some mods. Not convoy mode. That's a bit awkward, but everyone's got to have the same bloody mods and what have you. So it's probably best if I just simply start my regular game. As you can see, I'm just waiting for it to do its thing and load up. So I could be here for a few minutes. This is pro mods. It usually takes a moment or two to load up. It also has a very bad habit of stalling out sometimes, so I just have to be careful. Do I really need my other PC on? No, I don't. So I can turn that off, save a bit of power. I'll sit here enjoying my cup of coffee in a daft mug. And lighting bar hasn't moved an inch. Oh, we have movement. It's just jumped a bit. Oh, and a bit more. Ooh. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yay, loaded. Right. As you can see, I'm going to be scanning it with, I believe it's got Mylena on the back of it. And we've got the we double set carry. So let's see what I've got, because I believe we're in Aalborg. Yeah, we're in Aalborg. I've added to this mod the Iceland and Faroe Islands there and there for doubles. But I've not yet added United Kingdom and other states. I mean, I could put on the no restrictions mod. However, some places in Europe allow them, some places don't. UK is going to be trialing these things. I went to deliver to Myra a couple of weeks ago. To get to the place on the test track, and it's outside the test track, and you kind of had to go over a bridge to get to it. And there's a speed double flying around the track. I was like, alrighty. And this does kind of resonate with what Commercial Motors said. So we might actually get 25.25 meter modular doubles. Whether these are in the form of a B double, which is what I saw on the test track, or whether it's a Nordic double like I've got here, or if it's a dolly tandem, which is the third such combination. I don't know what's going to be permitted. Certainly looks like we're going to get B doubles. It would be nice. Although I can't imagine the 25-meter combinations being able to be sent down narrow roads, because the UK does have a lot of industrial sites which are in places where you think, you come down with a truck, you want me to go down there? You gotta be shitting me! And yep, sure enough, it's down places like that. Particularly in like Wales and Scotland and Yorkshire. And possibly places like Devon and Cornwall as well. I mean, even in Shropshire there's a few places where you really don't want to be taking an Arctic. But you have to. Because that's the only way to get down there. So imagine having to go down with a 25.25 meter combination vehicle like I've got behind me. It could be a bit interesting, to say the least. Now it's been a few weeks since I've pulled a combination like this. Ooh. Please let me go. So it might take a little bit of a while to get me hooked in, dialed in. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Just missed it. Right, okay. So, let's see. Klaksvik is up there. So, we've got a nice, basically up to Aalborg, onto the ferry, over to the Faroe Islands. I mean, I could then go off to somewhere else, which is probably what I'll do. So, let's... Right, okay, it is this one here, up against that loading bay there. So, the easiest thing for me to do would be, I reckon, to spin it round here, make sure I don't hit that trailer, drop the window. Right. So, let's try and get the entire combination straight, shall we? We'll have it a little bit easy for ourselves. We're about as best it's going to be, so... Begin the drive backwards. Easy does it, easy does it. Here we go. Start to steer out. Check that side, all clear. Hello cats, how you doing, how you doing? thought I'd do a bit of single player. Oh shit! Fuck! I think I best be a bit ready to get up early in the morning to make sure I get my mother a bloody cup of tea in bed or something. Cause I totally forgot it's bloody Mother's Day. Forgetting about Father's Day on the other hand in June, well, with my parents being divorced and I'm living with the mother, I couldn't give a jack shit about what happened to my father. Banksman view with these doubles makes life a lot easier. But I think I should have turned off simple parking doubles. Oh, so you turned it back on, sorry, should I say. Right. Right. Okay. Begin to go back. Begin to go backwards. Easy, 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 easy does it. Easy does it. There we go. Start to steer around. I've got the first trailer in position. Now let's put the second one on the spot. Of course, that'll wander around a bit more to where I don't want it, but well, there goes the bloody tire. Well, when he moved out, he had the balls to ring up and he wanted to speak to my sister. Well, I kind of told him where to get off. Yeah, that's a fine trick you've played on us. Fuck off. Put the phone down. I spoke to him a few years after that, like, you know, when I was working for Rallye, but I've not spoken to him now for about 4 years. Do I know where he lives? Nope. Do I want to know where he lives? Nope. Am I at all bothered about this fact? Not really. Couldn't give a toss. Right. Okay, so this is my combination. It is also now fully loaded. So let's go to the Faroe Islands. Onward! Why do I don't need the window up? The only trouble is, Kat, the moment you walk through the door, she's got to see them. So if you're in the front, probably I would suggest, if you can creep into your room without her even noticing, put them in your wardrobe. Then, when your mum goes to bed at night, take them out your wardrobe. Wait for about an hour for your mother to go to bed, so she's properly asleep. And then you've got two options. Put them in the vase in the living room, or put the vase in your mother's bedroom. Just be very, very quiet when you do it. Well, I hope she's not watching this stream, because she'll then know exactly where it is. Yeah, put them in your wardrobe. She's not likely to go in there. I mean, what you could have done, Cat, is arrange for them to be delivered by the forest on a Sunday, if they're open. To be given to Mrs. Cat's TMP. Sign here. But yeah, I would certainly suggest put them in water. So put the vase in your wardrobe or something, or along down the side of your computer table if you've got space. But again, somewhere where your mother's not likely to look. But there's also always a possibility that your dog might find them. If you got like a dog with a instinct to go sniffing at things out. Out of the way, blue van. Fuck off. Yeah, I think what I might do as well with this truck is do a run in this one, then possibly jump in my 2 steps from hell. Oh dear, I have a V8. I'm just coming to a tunnel. Oh dear. So, what's been going on in the world? Answer is not a great deal changed since last weekend. However, Ukraine. This special operation, special invasion, war, call it what you bloody want. Apparently, Vladimir Putin has achieved one of his objectives to reduce the military capacity of Ukraine. So now he switched on to part 2. To try and liberate all of the Donetsk region and Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine. So he shelled Lviv. Mad Vlad, you're shelling in completely the wrong half of the fucking country. In Taiwan, China. Well, it's not really China, it's just Taiwan. There have been elections, and basically the Taiwanese government has stuck a middle finger up at Beijing. That's like kicking the dragon in his bollocks. And a owner of a pro-democracy Hong Kong democracy website, based in London, of all places, has been charged by the Chinese, and there's been a warrant issued for his arrest for crimes against the state of Hong Kong. This particular crime that he has been committed of in the UK is not even a crime. So fat chance of the Chinese getting hold of him, unless he goes to somewhere in Asia that might have a stopover in, like in Vietnam or something like that, a country that is fairly pally with Beijing. But at the end of the day, I mean, how are the Chinese going to enforce this? Good question, Beijing. Because if I say something against China in this country, I've not committed an offence. Certainly not in this country. So does that mean that a journalist, when he points out a blatant fact about China, and China takes it as being a lie, has he carried out an offence in China? Not really. Because it's a crime that doesn't exist in my country. I can say what the hell I like against Boris Johnson, and I do. He's a useless cunt. Build me out a bit. There we go. But Joe Biden has also decided to stir in the hornet's nest and tell the world that Vladimir Putin is not fit for office. Well, we fucking know that. Yeah. Ukraine is developing chemical weapons, so we need to take out the chemical weapons. How? How is Ukraine developing chemical weapons? That's what I want to know. Well, they're developing biological weapons. Yeah, against COVID-19. We must take out these biological weapons by taking out a COVID-19 laboratory. Yeah, smart move, Vlad. Smart move. But still makes me wonder how on earth he is going to win the hearts and minds of the average Ukrainian by blowing them up. What's he going to do? Yeah, I've won their hearts and minds. What am I going to do? Put the heart and mind in a trophy bottle? You know, in formaldehyde and claim it as a trophy? Yeah, he's won this heart, he's won this mind. The person whose heart and mind, whose body that belonged to, probably isn't going to be very happy. Might be a bit pissed off because he's dead. You know, it's a bit hard to win the hearts and minds when the hearts are in Vladivostok and the minds are in Odessa. Oh, but we also got to. We need to capture Mariupol to take control of its strategic resources, of its port, and of its power grid, and all of its utilities. What utilities? You've blown them up. Oh, we still need the port. What port? You've destroyed it! Although the Ukrainians might have blown up on LSTs. Was it an LSD or an LST? Landing ship tank or landing ship dock? Klaxvik! Just the other side of Faroe Islands. So Ukraine has blown up the Omsk. Nice. With a CCTV footage of this warship burning and exploding, and another one behind it sort of damaged, and this one in the foreground was like, fucking run! Move! Just steaming out the fucking harbour into deep water. A complete tactical blunder there, because that warship was in hostile waters, so why the fuck take it in? To a port that you've not secured. He's made tactical blunder after tactical blunder after tactical blunder. Donald Trump could have done the war better. Hell, a baby could have done it better. Oh, I love the Faroe Islands. Shame they're not much bigger and there's not much more to them. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. And how far have I got to go on this run? 57 kilometres. And I'll take another one, probably back to Denmark or maybe to mainland Europe, I don't know yet. Faroe Islands, I think, used to be a Danish colony before getting their independence. Although, like Iceland, they are in the EEA, but they're not in the European Union. Signs for Klaxvik. We're done. But tonight as well, the clocks spring forwards. Make some noise! Really professional. Okay, so do I need fuel? No, I do not. Apparently that fuel station's closed. Basically 1 o'clock in the morning becomes 2 o'clock in the morning. You lose an hour. Yeah, so watch your clock on your mobile phones. About 2 o'clock it'll jump forwards. Look at all these poor car drivers behind me. God, it's a steep bloody climb that is. How heavy fucking load? 35 tons. Yeah, it's a heavy load. L2 and R2. L2? R2. Just that I've if you look at the outside of my truck, oh, they're both the same. One of them is IJ's train horn, and the other one is the standard SES horn, which is why I've got two different notes. So, I can do anything. It wants me there. Yeah, most of my primary controls that I use the most are located on the wheel. Like high beam, low beam flash, high beam flash on the other side, left and right indicators on the wheel, look around the cab is on the wheel. So if I want to make a quick glance over to my mirrors, bing, bing, bing. It's just literally a thumb press. I need to go a bit further forwards, I think. Okay, so now put that to reverse. What I might do, I think, as well, is... Oh, that's going to be way off, I think. Actually, it's not a bad thought. It's not too bad, actually. I might put my... X to be possibly flashes. I might swap a couple of buttons over, I think, but not right now. It's not really needed. Well, I made somebody laugh. A guy called Theo, who goes on YouTube as Over the Road Adventure, and he's an American. And I showed him my video, my box wrap journey series, where I'm backing onto the dock and it does it in one shoot. He's like, wait, that's one hell of a blindside. Oh, why all these people? Oh. And then he asked me, when he goes, it'll be tough for him to switch over from right on traffic flow for Europe to left on traffic flow that we have over here in the UK. I'm like, nah. So easy a Swift driver could do it. Which means, by that remark, most Swift drivers have more intelligence than most TMP players. Because I do see people driving on the wrong side of the bloody road. I mean, how the hell do they do it? It's practically impossible to make, to actually make that mistake. I mean, how the hell do people manage to do it? Drive completely on the wrong side of the road. You must be doing it deliberately. Or just simply not paying any attention whatsoever to your surroundings. But, that's another thing. That's for someone else to muse over, But I would love SCS to get Ikari trailers in this game officially, because these are beautiful trailers by Cast. So if SCS were to make a proper set of Ikari trailers, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, I've got Bergen, Friedrichshafen, Stavanger, Salto, Copenhagen, Berlin, Hanover. Friedrichshafen, that takes me back to where I came from. Stavanger, Germany. Dresden. Or Copenhagen. Actually, Copenhagen will actually be quite a short trip because I can go down to there and down to there. So, what do I pick? Good question. I could go back to Bergen. I could get to Bergen. There's a G&T in Bergen, so 24 tons is a good load as well. Fish fingers, ice cream, peanut butter. Peanuts, yeah. Butter, yes. In the same product? Really? Fuck that. Right, and yeah, I'll take some. Take some pears, I think, to Bergen. Right, so let's try and get out of here. Probably going to be quite a tight corner, actually, this is. So allow the wheel to straighten itself out a bit. Because if I get too tight, I'll actually bend the tiller arm. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually centered, so I'm not likely to catch the barrier there, which is good. That's always a good thing. Right. Next up, Norway. That's a beautiful sound. Eat your heart out, Greta Thunberg. Although, for anybody who's watching, comes across this video in the future, There's a statue in Pro Mods in Toolshaven. The other thing is, I've had a look through Google and stuff like that, and Google Maps, and what have you. And I don't know who the statue is meant to be. Yeah, so if somebody can actually tell me who this statue is, or who it's of, it'll be most appreciated. However, if you come across this video in the future and you like what you see, do me a favour and pray to the gods of like, share and subscribe. Amen. Our driver, who's our Walton Scania. V8 be thy engine. Toss bag! I've lost my directions here. Yeah, that's where I need to go. Spare me right round, that's it. So you can't fully circumnavigate around an island with a double. Where the fuck do I need to go? Yeah, if I could have any truck in the world, what would it be? It does kind of come up on various forums, trucker forums. If you could have any truck in the world, what you've just become an owner operator and you're looking for your first truck, what would you have? And a lot of people go, well, I'll have a Scania. Well, chances are you probably won't be able to afford a Scania. I would probably have, if I had a Scania, it'd be an old one. Like an old 6 Series. I wouldn't have an next gen. Too bloody expensive. Well, DAF Space Cab or a DAF 95, good bet, good solid truck. Maybe even a Freightliner Argosy. If I was in the States, I'd have a Freightliner Argosy. Or an FLB, something like that, you know. That's what I'd like. In reality, it'll be whatever my blue decides to give me. I mean, where I work at the moment, I'm one of the Pallet Force partners. My truck's a DAF CF. It was before that, it was a Volvo FM. And the CF, people, berate them, but they're a good truck. They are a really good, dependable truck. Sure, if you're doing nights out, the XF would be better. But British operators seem to have a fetish for giving their drivers the smallest possible cab they can get away with. Yeah, you're going down to southern Spain, you're taking this fucking day cab. What about the hotel? No, you're sleeping across the seats. You know, there's compatriot from Spain comes over here and he's got a bloody top of the bloody range bloody Picasso. Right, Vico or Daffel Volvo, you know. And I saw a truck. It was a 1976 Seddon Atkinson. The cab dates back to the 1950s and should have been dead by 1959. Wind down windows? No, it's a strap and a belt. Air conditioning? Don't need that. Radio? Don't need that. Heater? What's one of those? Driver comfort? Really? And what were the Swedes offering? Well, 1974 Scania was like, basically as far removed from the Seddon Atkinson as a Volvo F816 was removed from the old F88. Yeah, what did the Scania give us? Leather seats, air conditioning, radio cassette player, wind down windows, possibly with the option of power operated windows, a bed. And then we wonder why Britain stopped making trucks. Well, no fucker was buying them! I mean, in the 1930s, Foden was still trying to sell fucking steam trucks. Steam? As in coal and water. Coal and fire and water to make the thing go. You know, you start the shift at 9 o'clock. Well, in that case, they have to be up at 6 to get the fire going, to get the water up to temperature. Choo choo! Farmer Air Show in the 1950s. Can I get round there? Can I actually? I don't think I'm going to get round there. Back out. You know, Farmer Air Show in the 1950s. They tried to sell us, you know, a company tried to sell a flying boat to the world. To a world that had runways after, because we'd just come out of fucking World War II. Yeah. World War II had ended less than 10 years before, about 5 years before actually. So we got long runways designed for a lot. Which Scania am I using? RJLs. That one. With a sound pack from Sebastian's 76478 or something like that. Also, you know, it's Max's sound pack off Steam Workshop. It was a good old-fashioned, venerable, dependable RJL Scania. Yeah, it's a mod. Uses the old SCS interior, but it's a lot better. A wider choice of chassis options. A couple of extra cabs. Just like when SCS made the 2009 Scania, they made a pig's ear of it. So RGL kind of took it and made it better. Where am I actually going? I think I'm actually going to Bergen. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm going to Bergen. So there we go. To GNT in Bergen. Yeah, the dashboard is standard, but I've got a mod that gives me the realistic computer. Yeah, that's a... this section here is a mod. That's one mod, and that's another mod. There's two mods in the dashboard. And it is scrollable. There is also a reset button on here as well, so I can actually reset my driving time. I don't know which button it is. I'm probably not bound up actually. Yeah, there are issues with the RGL skin truck, like the mirrors. I mean, if you compare it to like a John Ruder's Scania, the mirrors aren't as good. They work as well, they look as nice, but the way they built, because the glass is supposed to be movable, but it looks like it's just stuck in there, a bloody rubber seal. But to change them will be quite a bit of work, because you'd have to be remodelled. But as a truck, I mean, the RGL Scania is one of the first truck mods on ETS2 that I started to use. Yeah, I've had some problems when it comes to updates, but mods now are a lot better than what they used to be. I mean, load orders as well is also a big thing with mods, and that will always be the case. You know, occasionally I'll get the odd crash the desktop because I've not put the right load order in or something like that, or done something silly. Right, this is GNT. Now where's it going to put me to load? Right. That's 170 XP parking. Really? Let's see, shall we? Okay, well, cool. Ah, fucking trailer swing. Bollocks. Oh, look at this. Bloody... Mossy van trying to get me rear end. I'm still stuck on that freaking post. Okay. of Brazil mods. There are some good ones out there. I mean, Jasper's bloody Daff has got some hints of Brazil. I mean, there was actually a Brazilian take on the RGL Scania. Slightly longer chassis, round fuel tanks, and a slightly nose down attitude at the front. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the Brazilian guys, I mean, you do a lot. You do quite a lot when it comes to style. I mean, okay, it's not my taste. You know, I'm not keen to have my truck looking like it's sniffing the floor. That's just me, but credit where credit's due. You do some really good customization jobs. Yeah. I mean, I did try the Brazilian edit of the RGL Scania for a while. Oh yeah, chrome. Again, I'm not a fan of chrome because it's too much to keep the bloody stuff clean. Too much polishing. Yeah, I'm more like airbrush and ball balls. Now I can see why it's a 170 points. But I did have the LS wheel mod on this, which gives you Brazilian style rims. The only thing is, some of the tyres don't fit properly, and he only offers with the LS tyres 295/80 22.5s. And the result is the SCS tyres and Bassey's tyres don't fit. There's a very slight gap around the tyre. Go. Nearly there. Nearly there. You know, I would like to see more roads like that in Euro Truck. I mean, Heart of Russia was going to have some, but unfortunately, because of a bit of a situation in Ukraine right now, Heart of Russia has been shelved. It will get released, but not yet. Yeah, good question. Where can I get one? Probably, it's probably a payment somewhere, I think. You know, I'd love a map that gives me more dirt roads. I mean, there was a couple on Iceland, but they've been turned into standard roads now. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, I think Alessis does that, but there are issues with it. Okay, time to cheat a bit, I think. I've got myself stuck. There's no... Oh. 0. And just go back a bit. You never saw that. There we go. Let's see where I'm going to go next. Back to Torshavn, Oslo, Lahti, Sundsvall, Finland. That's pretty much the same bloody, what's it? Oh, Stavanger Polaris lines. Yeah, that's a nice one. Down to the through the coast. But yeah, let's see, where are we now? Seat, that one, upgrade. Well, these are Jasper's wheels I've got, which is dev cam, and just tap it back a bit. If you've got your dev cam enabled, yeah, you mean these are the LS rims. As you can see, these ones don't fit properly, but they do. But there's a huge gap in there, and it was slightly annoying, to say the least. And when tyres don't properly sit on the rims, it kind of does my head in. So, but these are a nice rim. But I had to get this to work properly, I had to use a DAF hub, because come on. If I go to there and go to Scania 5 Series and zoom, walk in, as you can see, there's still a bit of a gap. Yeah, because he's not modelled the brakes as well. So if I go to, say for example there, crouch down. You can't, there's no brake hub. So what I had to do, I had to cheat. And then put a DAF hub, which at least now that gives me that. But DAF hubs on a Scania, you can't put those hubs on because that shows through. I had to use those. and it didn't quite look right. So that kind of put those to bed. Although I'm keeping the mod around because I have a couple of trailers. I've still got it, I've got rid of it. I might actually have got, yeah, I've got rid of it. But I had the RTA bloody trailer. Is it still actually here? Actually, is it still? Oh, it's still there. No, I've sold it. So by use, this is an old 1.39, 1.41 trailer. Again, if I put his bloody rims on and then do that, it does sit nicely. A little bit on the narrow side there. It could do it being a slightly wider track, but it looks better with double tires on. So I'm keeping that mod, the LS tyre mod around. Well, the wheels I've got here are Jasper's wheel mod. And you're a pay mod, so I'll see if I can find the link to it later on. Now, can I get round this corner here or not? Because this is quite a steep approach. As long as I can go diagonally through there and I don't catch it with my second trailer, looks like I'm going to fit through. Yeah, Kirkin is nice to drive in single player. In multiplayer, it's just a fuckfest. Because it was never designed for two-way traffic. And it was never designed to have the number of players on that it does. It was never designed to have 200 players on it. And that's what causes the problem. It's just not wide enough. Wouldn't be so bad if there was a road in, then a road out. Then they can make it one way. Oh, we've done this one. 12 hours. No, near enough to actually go down through the down the coast on the ferry, on the Hurtigruten. Oh yeah, I do have Cecil's Mega Pack, and that is Jasmine, or Yasmin. However, I kind of opened it up and mucked about with it. She's become a bit of a punk, punk. Tattoos on the hand, tattoo on the forehead, green eyeballs. Oh dear. A tunnel. So our road will now take us down through the west coast of Norway, down some of the fjord roads. We go over a nice fjord as well, actually. Well, there's a couple of good roads in Iceland as well, and if you go up to Longyearbyen in Pro Mods, there's a bit of a surprise. Because somebody in Pro Mods thought it'd be a good idea to give an island out, but if you know. Right, let's be an absolute sadistic twat and give them. And give you a maze. Cool. I'm not going to do it in every tunnel, however. Well, not all the tunnels got a reverb on for some strange, bizarre reason, but never mind. I mean, another thing as well with the Kirkenes Road, what causes problems when people go down there with heavy loads, 60-ton locomotive, the bloody rock grader or whatever it bloody is, and a truck that simply cannot pull it. Because then when they invariably get to a stop, the player behind them is usually right up their back doors. So they can't roll back to take another bite at it. And they can't go forwards because they haven't got enough power. Or when they're trying to manoeuvre around somewhere, yeah, they go right up people's backside. So yeah, they make a mistake taking a swing at the trailer, but then they can't back up because there's somebody right at the backside, which is really annoying. Yeah, on that road, give yourself and other people room to move. Letting somebody go before you, even though you have right of way, but sometimes advantageous to you because it gets them out of your way. which makes life a lot easier for you because you've not got an obstacle to try to navigate around. I might do a Kirkinese run at single player as well. I might take a load down there. I don't know yet. Depends how I feel. But I'll get down to the next rest area and then I'll pull over and I'll go and get myself a cup of coffee. Because those of you who follow my streams on a regular basis know that my streams are fueled by coffee. Nescafe, Cacao, doesn't matter, coffee. And another tunnel, so here we go. Into manual mode. This is another flat tunnel for some strange reason. We're going an hour and a half already. Bloody hell. And we emerge out of here to take a bridge to another tunnel. Now, this bridge actually exists in Norway. It is actually a real bridge. And I need fuel. I think there's fuel a bit further down here. I'm not quite out of fuel just yet. There's fuel. Although it's got to be on the other side of the road, so I'll need to just dive in and fuel up. Now I'm in a right-hand drive truck in single player, so it doesn't really matter which way I go. to fuel up. Because it's single player. If it was multiplayer, you have to go in the correct way. But as it happens, it's on my side of the road, which is even better. Probably going to take about 600 litres, I think, because there's a 700 litre tank in this thing. Yeah, 611. Park over here, so I'm not blocking anybody in. And the AI can get past me, although they probably won't. They'll just sit there and honk. Yeah, so yeah, this is my beautiful truck. Here's the artwork in the back. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Mylena with purple eyeballs. Apparently she has to wear that face mask because she's got like a mouth like aliens. Because she's like supposed to be some kind of genetic combat experiment, so. But yeah, that's one of my trucks in this on this particular profile. Let's have a look at what the others. Loads of Scania R's. No, it's not that one. Upgrade. This here, I actually found on the corner casting of a Volvo, so I took a photograph of it. And then just altered the colour slightly and turned it into something I can use. But yeah, just causing trouble. And again, Cybergirl. Found that on just maybe just randomly on the internet. So I just made it into a skin. There's nothing on my thing. That one was fun to do. But yeah, why does it keep saying there are things on my order? But there isn't any. I've not even spent anything. Right, okay. Shoe. Trailer purchase. I'm not buying another trailer. I think I can afford to buy another trailer. That's 2 steps from hell. Yes, that was a interesting skin as made by me. And yeah, that sword is off center. It's meant to be. Because otherwise, this guy here would have a black line going right through from the seal of the truck. So I just moved it to one side so it it fits better. Some people have probably got OCD might find that a little bit sort of annoying. Like me. Right. Polar Survey. Ocean Concepts White Skin. The one I threw together. It didn't take long to throw together, actually. Yep. And that can go there. Right, okay, it's now time that I made my way downstairs, made myself a cup of coffee. I'll be back in a moment, so let's just put the bit of music on for the back. Time to go get a coffee. Hi, JT. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, definitely better on single player and also convoy mode as well with SCS. Because there's fewer players to deal with. So as a result, the Kirkenes Railroad will flow better. But like anything else, you get players who go down there. You take a load, you go down there, turn around, go back. Turn around, go back down there again. You know, and you can single player, it takes about what, 5-10 minutes to get down there? Certainly probably no more than 20 minutes. In multiplayer, with everybody trying to cram down there, no one giving way for each other, you could be there for over an hour trying to get down that road. Yeah, this is Euro Truck Simulator, it's not Euro Traffic Jam Simulator. Yeah, so when I go on to multiplayer, I'll start in a town and I'll go from point A to point B. I'll stay away from all the hotspots. Kaiser Duisburg, Kirkenes Trail. Yeah, I might go through Kirkenes town, which can be a bit problematic at times, but it's not usually too bad. You know, if I'm going down towards Boreman or something. You know, if you stay on the highway, it's usually not so bad. Same with the Icelandic Central Road. That goes from Accessory going down. I don't know why ProMods made the change to the top of the road by putting that barrier across it and a massive fuck off snowdrift. That has kind of ruined it. But I suspect they've closed it because they're doing something to it for a future update. Yeah, but roads like this are ideal. You know, for the average TMP player. You know, when the traffic's like this, it's not too busy. You know, there's not many areas like this. It's a DLC area, so you don't get much trouble. So you can actually make some fairly decent progress. And because it's in a DLC area, you're not likely to be bashed about a bit by somebody who simply doesn't know how to drive. Or doesn't particularly care how they drive. I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, I'll throw my truck around in single player like there's no tomorrow. You know, that's what we're going to run into. Bits and bytes. You know. What am I going to affect? Probably just my load. You know, if I do it in TMP and I hit somebody, it's got the opportunity of wiping somebody out. That person is probably doing VTC miles and trying to get, you know, the top of their VTC, or just simply trying to make money. And the last thing they want is some dickhead knocking them off the road. I mean, you, JT, Kenny, if you do TMP on a regular basis, I mean, you've probably had it yourself where you've picked a load up from, let's say, Honningsvag. You've travelled down through Finland, down through Rovaniemi. down to Helsinki, you've got the bloody boat to Travemünde, you've got off the other end, and you've gone down, you're just getting into Naples, and somebody comes screaming down and tips you on your side. Or if you're on a sim server doing a World of Trucks job. You know, you've picked up your load of Bergen and you've gone down to Naples or something like that. And you're 20 kilometres away from putting that load in the bag and somebody puts you on your side. It's annoying when people do that. Which is why I stay on ProMod server. You don't get so much that in ProMods as you do in the sim servers. But again, there's a on the Kai Duisburg road, there's a fetish for people wanting to do 110 kilometers per hour down through some of the bends, and I've tried it on the arcade server, trying to just can't be done. You know, there are corners on there that you have to slow down for. And when you've got oncoming traffic as well, overtaking becomes a hazard. You know, I don't see the point of going Duisburg, Calais, Calais, Duisburg, Duisburg, Calais, Calais, Duisburg. Because if you just pound up and down that road all day, it must get fucking boring. And if you're trying to do a bloody speed record, you're not going to have much fun, because you're fighting physics all the time. You're fighting your truck. You know, these things have only been physics mapped up to 56 miles per hour, because that's all they're allowed to do. Norway, you could probably go down, you know, to that bloody lake, fill up your bottle, and put it in your fridge and drink, and later on, drink it, and you'll be fine. You know, drink straight out of the bloody lake. But Norway has a lot of lakes, and they're all clean. I mean, they've got ferries that run across the fjords and stuff that are electric. Not diesel powered. Yeah, battery electric. Fucking great idea. Yeah, you've got to give it to the Norwegians when it comes to looking after the environment. They certainly are a step or two ahead of everybody else. I mean, yeah, okay, they've got a big oil and gas petrochemical industry. But credit where credit's due, they are certainly pushing hard on the electric vehicle front. You know, there are more Teslas, Leafs, well, more EVs in general in Norway than anywhere else in Europe. Why does that car not continue its overtake? Nah, no one coming. That's another thing as well, single player, you can cut through traffic lights. It ain't going to affect anybody else, but please, if you're in multiplayer, stop for the lights. Although be careful when you're going through those temporary ones, because not all of them are synchronized on the servers. I've seen it before when it's happened to me. I roll down, light goes green. Player at the other end rolls down, light goes green. Welcome in. I am now 48 kilometers away from Polaris Lines, which is the port in Stavanger. There it is on the GPS, just one more turning away. Hopefully this will be a nice little round trip actually, because I'll probably get a load back to Denmark. And now we've got a nice run down to what is? We said that's cool, I just wondered what a reference to. Oh yeah, so okay, let's go around here. Watch out for the Norwegian coppers. See if I can reverse onto the ferry. I mean, one of the best runs I ever did on TMP, because I've got Middle East as well. Started my run in Longyearbyen. So I got the ferry to Kirkenes. Made it through Kirkenes with no trouble at all. Then, keeping to the speed limit, I travelled down to Jordan. I must admit, it was a long run. It took me about 6 hours. Looks like it's going to be, hopefully, potentially, a straight shot back. Let's see, shall we? Back off. Bring up the F8 menu. You know what? I think they're supposed to be to spin it round and come in the other way. Fuck. After all that. Don't bend the bar. Yeah, it did. I want me to go around the other way. let's see if it gives me a nice run down to see what it's got. Aalborg would be ideal. Aalborg would be ideal. Round trip. Not bad, because I actually started this trip actually in Aalborg. I've just done a full, almost anyway. Not quite yet, because I've got to actually get into Aalborg. Okay. So far, so good. Stop here so I can see lights changing. In multiplayer as well, it's always advisable to stop short of the lights, because if anybody doesn't see the fact that you've stopped for a set of lights and comes flying down the road at whatever speed and punches you in your back doors, you're not going to go flying out across the junction. It was like 4 hours to get down Kirkenes. Wouldn't surprise me. But again, you sat there 4 hours, you've gone from like the quarry to the road. I mean, I started the stream at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it depends where you are, JT. I mean, some areas I've got a server cap. Well, if there's simply that much traffic, I mean, that'll also affect it. But you don't really want to be flying down there It's not a race. Yeah. But yeah, when I went down to Jordan, it wasn't Amman, it was one of the other cities in Jordan. It took me 6 hours to get down there. A couple of people overtook me on the way down. Just as I get to Greece, I pass them coming back. So Lord knows how fast they were going. But they weren't, obviously they weren't hanging about. But I was meeting on a regular basis other players going down the road. Yeah, so you can see other traffic and you can still interact with other road users. Yeah, but other people are like, oh, it's boring because you don't see anybody. Well, if everybody kind of fanned out across the map, you would see more players. Yeah, Kirkenes and Calais-Duisburg have kind of become a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, my advice to you, as somebody who is new to TMP, study the highway code. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're required to follow all highway road laws. And the highway code, even though it's the British laws of the road, they ain't that much different from France and European Union. Obey the speed limits. So if you're doing, if the sign says 60, do 60, no more. Do a little bit less if you want, but don't go ridiculously slow. Yeah, and if you're doing 60 kilometers per hour in an area that is signed at 60, and there's somebody honking at you, telling you to go faster, don't. Because at the end of the day, you're driving to the rules of the road. You know, if they want to get past you, let them past. As you're overtaking, you slow down to make it easier for them to get past. Then, once you're in front, build your speed back up to the speed limit. Keep a 2 to 3 second gap in front of you. If anyone dives in, put that slow down, put that gap back. Because then you've got space in which to stop. Because I've seen it where people have had accidents and the only place you've had to go is to the side. And you've done that and it's resulted in a head-on collision and then being reported and banned. So if you've got space in front of you, you've got space to slow down. Set your mirrors up as well. Because there are players who just simply like to free roam the map in Skodas. I hate the bloody things. I don't know why TMP gave us the Skoda. Because the players, they abuse it left, right and centre. You know, they use it like they think they're bloody traffic control, and or they'll use it because to troll people and ramp because it's built like a fucking tank. But the trouble is, because it's got such a low profile, they're also quite difficult to spot. Because they'll have a very bad habit. Continue. Right. This, yeah, that Volkswagen Golf there. What's a Mercedes? I think this could be a Mercedes actually. Whatever it is. See, I've still got visual on it. I mean, it's right there. Can't see it alongside. But I know it's there, I can see it. So if I just adjust my mirrors. Yeah. Yeah. That's useless as your mirror. Swing it out. It's about there. Tip it down slightly. Same with your upper mirror. You know, you don't need to see half your bodywork. But I've got perfect visual on that car. So if there's somebody hovering on my side, I can see them. Can't see it through the door, can't see it through what's it, but I can see it in my mirrors. You know, I've still got an inkling that there's something there. There he is. Also as well, communicate. Yeah, if you're changing lanes, blinkers on. Yeah, beauty junction, blinkers. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Players are not psychic. If you are turning right or left and you're having to cross traffic, and you just suddenly turn, you're likely to have a collision and report, and potentially then a ban, because you've turned but they've gone around you and you just turned into them, and it looks like intentional ramming. Oh, he ran me because I was overtaking him. No, you were turning right, but you forgot to tell people that you were turning right. You know, if you got your blinkers on, and they then decide to dive up the inside of you as you're turning, what's their problem? You know, they shouldn't be diving up the inside of somebody who's turning, but players do. Yeah. Be familiar with the Smith system. Yeah. Leave yourself an out. That's space in front of your vehicle. If possible, space to the side. Get the bigger picture. Don't drive like that. Drive like that. Yeah. Check your mirrors. Yeah. Make sure they see you. Now, normally that in the actual reality, that means get eye contact with other motorists. Steam Workshop. Fact, there's quite a few good ones on Steam Workshop. SCS Forum, Grishboom, and Z-Mods. Grishboom has got a good Volvo sound. Z-Mods have got good sounds for other trucks as well. Scania 4 series, I think they've got a DAF sound as well. Max on Steam Workshop, which is his sound, has got a really good Scania V8 sound. Z-Mods he's done a good DAF sound, good Caterpillar sound as well. Oh yeah, the Yellow Fox one, I made that. Unfortunately, it's not for public release. I have got a skin pack on the Steam Workshop if you are interested. Try to imagine. I did that, and this that skin is available on the Steam Workshop. Covers that. This is a work in progress. back doors need to be redone. Well, this particular one is it's available in box. Refrigerated, insulated, and a few other bodies as well. And that's on the Steam Workshop. There's also a in that pack skin for the Renault Premium and a skin for the new Actros. That's another one of the trailers for it. Oh, that's not the one I want to take out. Where is it now? That's not the one I want. Nope. Nope. Reversing one trailer, if you want. Right, trailer manager. Let's swap trailers, shall we? Arborg. How on earth is that being pulled by that? Right, let's take this one. I'll share do it now. Right, so here we are. We've got our truck and trailer attached. This is Sombra's trailer. So what I'm going to do is just go now down to let's take Norskens. Let's go back over to Norskens. I'm going to pick a job up. Actually, Polaris, polar fish is out here. Polar fish. Yeah, it'll do. So here we are. Welcome to Polar Fish. And we've got. And we've got space there. Actually, yeah. Will have to be, I think it will have to be Polar Fish. So, yeah. So, what's this trailer on the other side there, so that's no good to me. When I first started playing this game, reversing trailers was an absolute swine. But if ever you get the opportunity, get a toy truck, matchbox or what have you, to visualize things. It's all to do with getting your pivot points correct. Get your trailer lined up on the first or second attempt. It makes life a lot easier when you get it all lined up. So let's just go. You were fucking brave. Oh yeah, that double set. I've actually got that doorway. To be a bit of doing wriggling, but I got it in. So I was like, you know what, fucking do that. Fucking watch me. The video of it. There's actually a video of it on my channel actually. Kind of pushed off the wall down trying to get it in, but I got it in. Now, this is a right-hand drive truck, obviously. Yeah, so if you're doing a left-hand drive, it's easier to do it from the other side. It's always easy to reverse around on the driver's side. You know, rather than try to reverse around from your passenger side, which is your blind side. So yeah, let's see if there's any bays I can swipe. We got one there, one there, one there. Yeah, we'll take that one. That bay there. So I'll just line up. About there. Get it diagonal to start off with. When you're in the down. Into reverse. Nice and slowly. Stop that. And then straighten up a bit. Yep. It's as easy as that. try and, you know, so if we want to say take, yeah, you want to take this bay here, for example. Come around here. To reverse. Check that mirror. Use your front end to control your back. There we go. It's actually pretty much bang on. Now, blindsiding it. Let's try and do a blindside. This is the harder one, even I struggle with this. Yeah, so if you have to do blindside, try and get zoom in on the mirror. Yeah. Don't be afraid to use your number 2 cam. Get out and look. Makes life a lot easier. That's why they call it blindside, because you can't see where the fuck you're going. As you can see, I'm slowly heading out there, getting out of shape. So, bring it forwards a bit more. Yeah, so at some point, just take your trailer and just practice your reversing. Do it on the arcade server if you want to, or do it and just do it in a yard, or do it on single player. Never driven in real life. Bloody hell. I've been driving trucks now for about since 2010. passed my test for my Class 2 in 2020, just before lockdown. And before that I was doing 7.5 tonners. I have actually had a go at driving an Arctic as well. That was a completely different ball game compared to what I'm used to. Let's see what there is. Yeah, I'll take that one. Right, where's it? Yeah, so just ironically, it's just come out of the bay that we've just come into. So if it's easy for you, so let's what I'm looking at. Yeah, don't try to take too big of a bite out of it. Nice and gently, nice and slowly. Stop there for a moment. Touch it. If you want your front end to go left, because you're trying to back right, steer left, and push his nose to the right, which pushes the trailer to the left. And just walk it round. I mean, JT, do you play with keyboard or do you play with a controller or a wheel? If you play with a keyboard, get yourself an Xbox controller or get yourself a wheel. A wheel is better, it's more natural. But there's loads of videos on YouTube of people backing up trucks. Whether it be a Kenworth W900 or a DAF 105, it doesn't matter. The technique is still going to be the same. You're still going to have the same. The only thing that'll probably differ is your location of where your pivot points are. But the technique will be the same. Cut him off. Oops. I mean, the older trailers are, you know, the smaller ones, because they will just snap round on you very, very quickly. You know, then you've got the trailers with the steered axles, because if you get your line wrong and you're just slightly off to one side and you don't catch it, they start to steer off. Because you've got steered axles, the more they go off centre, the more steering you put on, which means that they go off centre quicker, and the more they go off centre, the more steering you put on. So before you know it, all you can see in your mirrors is your trailer. The heavy haul ones are notorious for that. Then you've got your B-double. Ah, right, okay. It's probably because you got an old version. He has actually updated the mod recently. I think it's on the Steam Workshop. Oh, in the new, what's that, in the new International? For the Cummins ISX, I think it is. I'm not a fan of Internationals. I'm more of a Peterbilt and Freightliner person. Well, the first trucks I started playing American trucks in was Peterbilt 579. And then obviously when the Cascadia came out, I got one of those. I went for the short 48-inch chassis. But with ATS, the length of the trailers does make them a bit of a barge to reverse. I mean, it can be done. It can be done quite easily once you get used to it. Where's this actually going? GNT. These are actually quite an easy trailer to reverse. I mean, this is Fred Mod's trailer. Cost about £20, I think, something like that. It's a pay mod, but it's a beautiful trailer. And then, obviously, I got the template, got the artwork for it, and put the artwork on the trailer. The font is Still Time. Same font that they use on the Purple Rain album. Left. Insert. What I'm using here is it's a simple setting. It's your steering camera. You can turn it on in your gameplay settings. It's not, but it makes life a lot easier when you're maneuvering around. Oh, my headlights on. Yeah, they are. So we'll do another reverse park, I think. On to GNT. I'll see where it wants us to put it. We'll take the difficult parking. So GNT is, if I recall, it's just up here. Yeah, blinker to mirror camera as well. That's also another useful one to turn on. There's GNT. Right, here we are. Okay, 40 XP is there. I mean, that's alright, that's ideal actually. Because it would take us around the building. So, steer left, steer right, push the nose left, get the trailer going to roughly where I want it, steer left, straighten up, take the lock off, bit of touch of correction. Useful. I've never used it. Right, I'm heading towards the... what's that? So I need to start steering towards the building. There's nothing there. Okay. Just practice, practice, practice. That's all you need. I mean, the only difference between American trucks and European ones, when you think about it, it's just that long bonnet in the front of it. Apart from that, you drive the same. So let's just have a look. It's when he starts having to back up those trailers. That's when things get interesting. Yeah, everybody does. You start getting frustrated, you start to rush. You start to rush, you make mistakes. You make mistakes, you get frustrated. Get frustrated, you start to rush. You start to rush, you make mistakes. Then you've got a complete cascade chain reaction. Let's turn the traffic off. Right, just despawn traffic. You'll see why in a minute. That's how easy it is to reverse it. Don't let the trailer go too far. One of the things I did a while back, just set myself a little challenge. Right, let's go back to Aalborg. You'll see why in a minute. Ah, lovely sunset that is. Right. What I'm going to do... Where is it? Yeah. This driveway. You can get a truck in that driveway. You can't in there because just where the hedge is, there's a collision wall. But on this side of the road, you can get it in. So, also what, when you're cupping up, don't rush. Nice and gently. Now, the last time I did it with when you carry. Yeah, just practice makes perfect. Now, a friend of mine said, nah, you won't do it. You will not get a trailer in here. I'm like, fucking watch me. I'll turn off all the traffic, so we'll ignore traffic rules for this. Because the point of this exercise now is parking. That's why I've turned all the traffic off. Right. And bearing in mind, the gate here is very narrow. So you will need all the space you can get. And maybe a bit more. Will I get it on the first attempt? Nope. Will I get it in the second attempt? Possibly. All depends on how well I'll get my truck lined up. Yeah. So I mean, I've just caught the hedgerow there. It's not a problem. This is the owner of the trailer. Well, it is the mechanic of the trailer because he's the one who's got to fix it. It will actually go in. Unless, of course, you've put a collision wall in. I don't think they have. If you have, I'll be really pissed off. Nearly. Alright, okay. I'm using a G29. This is actually my second G29 because I went out and brought myself a Thrustmaster 248. And then I decided I'll try and potentially sell my original G29. I ain't got to buy for it yet. And I got stuck. That's it, I'm in. Oop. There we go. Backing him in. Whilst my kettle is busy making myself a cup of coffee, have you got ProMads? Yeah, or do you play on base map? Because on Pro Mods, yeah, they are harder. It's because of the short length, they have a tendency to come round very, very quickly. This is Hawes, and that is a spar shop. And in here, there is a delivery location to the spar shop. And the only way in is through that gateway there. So let's just bring myself down here. That's your F7, by the way, in Hawes. And again, these gateways, you can actually get onto the property. So what we're going to do now is similar delivery into Hawes itself. Now, if ever you've been to this place, you haven't actually got room to spin the truck round. So the only thing you can do is, realistically, reverse in. Because that's your entrance way. And yeah, it's relatively wide. So you can actually drive it in. Plenty of room to drive it in. as I just hit the wall there. That's the space you've got, so you're not really gonna drive it in, but you can get in with a 13'6" trailer. Sorry, 13.6 meter trailer. And the way you get in is you literally have to reverse it. Keep close to this wall. Put it in reverse. You would actually have somebody, you'd probably have to get somebody at the store to come out and stop traffic and watch around for you. Because as you back your truck in, I mean, these are really old houses. Even in multiplayer, the only way you can get into this drop is to reverse in. It's the only way you can get in. And your high XP parking, believe it or not, is up here. There's all hours in that fucking crate. So let's just trailer manager and dismiss that. Right, and right, trailer purchase. Let's just take a short trailer. One axle. Fridge fan. Yeah, one axle fridge. Short, dumpy little thing. I hate the damn fuck. I hate the bloody things. Right, okay. Right, 0. Right, trailer module, let's use it. Right, there we are, there's our little trailer. The troll trailer. I mean, you'd use a trailer like this purely for city work. Let's try the same maneuver again. I mean, they're alright if you go slow with them. But the moment you let it go out of shape, yeah, I'm trying to get it to get on there, and straight away, it's right. So. Bit of an insult for a 620 horsepower truck with that little thing. I'm both like, what? You give me that? Did your balls fall off or something? Yeah, I'm not much for the 389. It's too much like the W900. Just too much bloody chrome, too long. Yeah, so you can park and where it, you know. So, I say JT, just spend a little bit of time either in the arcade server with others or single player and just practice your reversing. True magic. I mean, I'm not likely to use this one again, so what I'll do, I'll sell. Where's it now? A little city trailer. Right, let's just... Right, trail magic. Let's use that one again. You know, these are a little bit better to manoeuvre. Not by much, I'll grant you. Oh, I think the kettle's boiled now, so I'm just going downstairs and make myself a cup of coffee. I've never actually done it from this angle. I mean, this will actually show you pretty much what I'm doing, so into reverse. It's so difficult doing it from up here. It's like, doing it from up here is actually harder. It's as easy as that. I wonder. I wonder. Never actually done this before. Will it actually go in that gap down there? I don't think it will. Well, let's have a go, shall we? For something like this, you probably want both of your trailer wheels steered. However, on this one, it has got a front lift axle which will effectively do the same thing. So I'll be able to use the offset steering to my advantage. I probably could actually get in here with a 4x2. Yes! So with the right truck, right trailer, you can get pretty much anyone. Nah, there's a collision wall there, slightly bigger than the building, so that's about as best as it's gonna go. Just can't get out. That's about 8 grand's worth of calcium bar just bent. Well, when it comes to manoeuvring, practice, practice, practice. I mean, this trailer is just insanely maneuverable. Parallel park. Yes, I've got the space. I'll say it's as easy as that. So JT, that's it for now. Thank you guys for following me along on tonight's stream. I don't apologise for the dicking around with single trailers that I've just done. Just there to show off reversing skills. You know, if you want to gain XP in this game, you know, difficult parking options and just practice your parking. You know, if you're in multiplayer, do it on the arcade server or do it in a non-collision zone so you're not affecting any other road users. If you're on single player, just do it. Find the gap, find the place, do it. The more you practice your reversing, the better it will be. Don't rush it, take your time. And if you can't get in the first attempt, it doesn't matter. Yeah. If you doesn't get it on the second attempt, third attempt, it doesn't matter. You will do it. I mean, the easiest thing to do in the world is to drive a truck forwards. Less so to reverse it. But if you practice your reversing skills, it will come naturally. Short trailer, long trailer, doesn't matter. Yeah, it will come. I mean, you've just been seeing me where I can put one of these trailers. I can pretty much put it where I want it. And that comes from experience on this game since 2014. You know, I've got quite a lot of hours on this game. Over 2,000 hours. in single player and on TMP. So don't worry, you know, if you can't get it in the first attempt, try it again and you'll do it. And if you need help reversing, there are videos out there that show such a thing, done by professional over-the-road drivers, and just watch one of those. Yeah, if you're not sure, watch a tutorial. You can't. It's one of those things where nobody can really tell you how to do it. You have to learn. And the way you learn is by doing it. But whatever you do, don't rush it. But thank you for following along. If you like what you've seen tonight, hit the like. If you don't like what you've seen, I don't care. But if you want to see more, hit the like, hit the bell, keep the bell rung, and pray to the gods of like, share, and subscribe. So for now, until next time, take care, be safe, be well, and happy trucking.